Hey guys, Joshua Peterson Electric here today. This is a fourplex unit and it's in Loveland. We got a permit on it. The owner's going to gut each unit, redo them. The base heaters are probably close to 40 years old. Some of the circuits in the walls, they did things in the past like shimming these walls, which they typically don't allow anymore. I don't think they're going to say anything about that. We only have one conductor in a box like that, one cable, so we should be fine. But we're running new coax and TV to each location, so we get rid of that on the outside. The biggest thing was getting the panel in. So the kitchen did not have a ground on its circuit, and we had to re-pull the kitchen line right here, the range. Not changing the positions of any of this, just adding more cabinets over here. We did just scoot the fridge over to here, so we had to run a dedicated circuit, and then a new circuit for the microwave, because the microwave was on with the lighting. And then we added all this can lighting in here throughout this area. So the code talks about how we have to update it to code, and so we added literally 2 circuits to the kitchen for the appliances plus the range, so that would be 4 circuits that we had to add. And then the rest of it we just kind of tried to stack things because they had so many little staples on each wire back and forth, zigzag, really close to the edge too. And now we're allowed to do these stacks, and that just stacked off all of the switches that we had to just update. And then in the panel, here's the biggest thing. The panel was facing in the kitchen, and he wanted to push the fridge up or, you know, have a little cabinet here in front of it. Well, Article 110.26 talks about your spacing. You're not allowed to have anything in front of that panel, and you're not supposed to have anything above that, like a cabinet over your head, within that distance of that ceiling. So that's just kind of common sense. And as far as it's just shoulder width, it's 30 inches from, you know, edge to edge here. But bottom line, if you can't get in with your shoulders, you can't. So we put it in the living room, and they'll just have to hang a picture over this rather than move all of the circuits and put a big J box there anyways. So we just flipped the panel, scooted the stud over, and then right here we had to arc fault all of these circuits. So the blue ones are our arc faults. The baby blue looking ones are our dual action, which is an arc fault / GFCI. And then right in here you also have your GFCI protection for white, and that kind of tells you what the position of the breaker, what the purpose of the breaker. This is your ampacity right here, and then right here we labeled all of our wires as we brought them in with these KO plugs. We made sure we knew which neutral to which hot was supposed to be going to, and we labeled the panel for where the circuits are going as well. And then we've got a lot of base heat in here, so they've got a water heat, electrical heat, and then a small little AC wall unit right there. So in a nutshell, all of this was brought up to code. The reason why we did that is the old Cutler hammer panel was showing some heat stress, and you could see the discolorization between the 2 lugs. So anyways, yeah, this meets now current code. We also put smoke detectors, and a /CO2 detector will be in the hallway. Smokes will be hardwired in the bedrooms. Put lighting in the bedrooms they did not have, and the bathroom pretty much stayed as is, except for a new exhaust fan. So when people call me and say, hey, how do I update my electrical? You know, the way that you have to space things nowadays, like adding a simple plug right here because code says you have to, though it's behind a door, it doesn't matter. This is going to be almost a 40-inch opening, so we still have to implement a plug here, and common sense would be close to the edge as possible. But in case someone's going to vacuum or whatever, basically they're going to be looking for that, as well as new base heat. Now your base heaters do not have to be arc fault or GFCI'd at this moment. Later on they might be able to request that, but for now they don't. So we're going to put in new thermostats. There are wall thermostats here as well. As you can see, these guys here will all be new. Other than that, guys, hopefully that kind of gives you a focus to see why it is that they had to gut this in order to bring everything up to code. Electrical is best described as spaghetti. In a spider web, it's everywhere. It's not like a plumbing fixture right here or a bathroom that you're dealing with. It's literally your circuits going in every position of the walls. You can look up 210.52 and 210.50. It describes where in the code. You can look it up and Google it, where it describes that all these positions of the plugs have to be. And then, of course, some jurisdictions have requests on how many plugs, switches, and lights can be on each opening. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. Have a great day.